I live in a coastal town at the bottom of Australia called Torquay. It's the beginning of the Great Ocean Road, and this really influences my art a lot because most days, especially if the surf's good or there's a good dive available, I'll drive for up to a couple of hours down the road, and there's always some sort of inspiration. Just looking at different surf spots, thinking this would be a good place to paint, or get this idea from this wave coming on this angle with this sunset in the background and these hills there. There's always a lot of beauty around here. My biggest creative influences would be, there's a few photographers, Christian Fletcher and Scotty Bower. They take photos of waves and beaches, and they just get such good composition and colours. It's always almost perfect every time. My favourite medium would be acrylic paint. I like it because it dries nice and quick. You can make it really thick, and people like texture. I also like using resin, but it gets a bit messy. But some of the effects that you can create using resin, you definitely could never paint. But it's always luck of the draw and how it sort of sets overnight and runs a certain way. I also really, I also really like painting on surfboards and things other than canvas, like corrugated ripples to make waves and just different things, skateboards, wine barrels, just something out of the ordinary. I get pretty much all of my inspiration just from doing what I love to do, and that's getting up and going for a surf or going for a dive, being out in a boat. There's always something different in each beach that you're at. It's whether there's a storm coming or it's a nice sunny blue sky, or the way the light's reflecting off the water in a different way. There's always something you can find amazing in a situation that you just want to go home and paint. The thing that motivates me to create or make art is the feeling that you get from it, not just during it, but afterwards when you look back at it and think, wow, did I create that? During the process of it, you have to be in the moment, so every other thought in your head has to be out of the way, otherwise it's not going to turn out too good. And I don't really have any goals except one that I think is achievable, and that is at the end of your life, I can just look back and think, why did I create that? And it's a good sense of achievement, and it's something that you can control and be impressed with whenever you do it. I think that surfing's more of an art than a sport. It's like when you're going out surfing with mates, even though they're there, you're still very independent. You're on your own, you still catch your own wave, you do your own tricks, your own flow that suits you, that you've kind of learnt yourself and you've developed in this artistic process to get where you are. And even in the way you judge the sport, that's all in the eye of the judge, and everybody's eye in judgment terms is going to be different because it's just what you like.